said, this is the Mead Glacier. It's part of the Juneau ice field, which starts about 10 miles or so up that direction. The ice field itself is about the size of Rhode Island, just to give you a sense of scale. But this glacier right here is one of 140 that stems off from the Juneau ice field. Right now you're standing on about 1,200 feet of ice all the way through. But where towards in the middle of the ice field where all the glaciers start, it's about a mile thick. You guys can also see right here that this is a receding glacier, so it's constantly melting. It's not getting any bigger. We lose about 100 feet in length per year and 50 feet in depth per year. We have to move. This is we usually go to our permanent spot further down, but since it's such a nice day, we came up a little bit. But we have to move our permanent tent every 5 days because an ice table builds up inside because the tent blocks and protects the ice inside, so it starts to melt. And so we'll get a table about 2 feet thick every 5 days, so we have to move. That's how much the glacier melts every day. This glacier loses an Olympic-sized swimming pool's worth of water every day just in melt. With the melt, it gathers up in these weak spots, like you can see this stream running right here, and it'll gather up, and whenever it finds a weak spot in the ice, it'll bury down. And so that's the first thing we're going to see is a feature called a moulin, and this is when the streams find a weak spot and go straight down into the ice. So I'll have you guys be really careful around this edge. If you fall in, that's the last anybody will ever see you. And I really, more than anything in the world, I hate doing paperwork, so let's just be careful up here, okay? So we're gonna walk over here. If you guys will walk across that bridge right there for me again. I'll have everybody come over here real quick. I just don't like that side because of the slope. But you guys can come down here on the corner and take a look. Right here you can see just how far down it goes. So this one's fairly small. This one probably goes down about 50 feet. Some of our bigger moulins, we found one today that goes down about 200 feet. And this one, this one's probably 3 feet wide, but they'll get to about 40 feet wide by the end of the season when it finally stops melting. But these will go down about no further than 300 feet, and then it'll find its way out towards the terminus of the glacier at the end of, I don't know if you guys flew over it or not, but that's where the glacier ends, and it starts to break off into huge pieces of ice. And so it'll find its way all the way down there. Also, if you guys look up on the sides of these mountains, you'll see that there's a really defined tree line. But tree lines normally go trees and then no trees. But here there's no trees and then there's trees on top. That's because that's where the glacier was about 200 years ago. And so it melted so fast that it's left a permanent tree line right here on the side of these mountains.
It's just hold it. Okay.
So if everyone got a chance to look over here. Is he cold? What's that? The history of it? Of the glacier?
Yeah.
That's what I just... Of this one? Oh, well, it's... it's been here since there's... several ice ages. This one's old recently. there was a mini ice age about 200 years ago, and so this is still kind of the result of it, but this has been here for thousands and thousands of years, and so it's still just kind of melting out. So, alright guys, well, we're going to keep walking around this way.